when I first, like my first few videos in 2008, like it was like, oh, let's call it the Annika show.
The Annika show.
Yeah. We had like a little sort of title at the beginning of the video, like the Annika show, and it was just like
little puppets.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't know what this is about. I don't know. Like the only sort of consistent theme is the fact that I'm here.
Right.
So it was like it's just about me.
Mm-hmm.
And then like I sort of went through phases of doing like, oh, let's have like themes, and you know, let's sort of try and you know define yourself as a certain thing. Mm-hmm. And you know, after trying to do that with several different channels, I'm just like, no, let's just define me as being me.
Why do you do that? Why do you create a channel?
I don't know, because I've got like this vision of like how it could turn out to be like this really fun project to do, you know, and thinking of like, oh, I could do these topics and this topic, and that could be really fun, and like, and visually it could be like consistent, and you know, it's like, I don't know, it's like art, you know. If you're thinking about producing a series of paintings or something, you know, you've got this thing in your mind where it's all like visually consistent, and it's all to do with a theme, and it's like, you know, a thing. And it's sort of the same as when you start a YouTube channel. You've got like this sort of artistic idea of what it is that you want to create, the kind of experience that you want to create for people.
And you're an artist yourself, because you do a lot of paintings, right? Yeah. So, and I know.
So it's just like an extension of that, really, for me. It's just like another way of being creative.
And because I know, like when you paint, you kind of like you get to a certain point, you're like, that's done.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And it sounds kind of like the channels. You sort of had the same thing. Like you have this vision for it, you have these ideas, and then you get to a certain point, you're like, you know what? That's done. And then you're like, you have to move on. You see,
I've finished this project now. I've done as much as I can for that sort of area of, and I get to a certain point and I'm like, I think I've done enough of that now. It's time to move on. What you want to express changes, you know, like you might go through a series producing a certain type of painting or image because you want to express a certain thing, and then once you've done that thoroughly, you sort of start to move on to something else, and you start to think, well, actually I'd like to experiment with this instead. It's a different type of image and stuff, so it's the same sort of thing, I think. But
we can always edit this out if you don't want to have it in the video. But so you were talking about the Oathbound Secrets channel, and there was some drama that was kind of there.
Do you know what? I can't even remember what it was now, but at the time it was just like people on YouTube, you know, getting in each other's faces and arguing and just videos about each other and blah blah blah. And I didn't want to be a part of it anymore, you know, because I think when I first started on YouTube, like I didn't really understand how you're supposed to interact with people through YouTube, you know, and it took a while to learn like how it works, you know, as a sort of social website, you know, because it took a while to even realise that it was a social sort of media. So it took me a while to like learn like how, like what kind of behaviour is acceptable and stuff, because at first I remember being like I don't know, I think sometimes I could be quite rude to people, and I didn't realise that was not, I didn't realise that was rude, you know. I thought that was just me just being like, you know, honest and just like, well, that's my opinion.
Right.
You know? And I think it took a while to sort of realise like how the whole sort of social side of things worked with YouTube. And so I started to realise that a lot of people were like sort of, you know, having all these dramas and stuff with each other, and like all these arguments and things, and like some people didn't like me and some people did like me, and like I was just like, oh, and you know, when you first start getting like haters and stuff like that, and it's quite like disturbing at first. When you first have that, you're like, who's this person and why are they being so mean, you know? So when that first happens, it's sort of like, oh, maybe I don't want to do this anymore. Some people on YouTube, you just get like those strange people who come out of nowhere and you don't know who they are, anything about them. They don't make videos themselves, you know, and you get certain people, somebody who thought I was a Nazi or something, I don't know, it's just like,
You're a Nazi.
you just get like these weird people who've got all these like conspiracy theory stuff, you know.
Oh, right. Yeah,
And they've got all this like deep conspiracy theory stuff, and they're like, whoa, 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 and you're like, what are you talking about?
I'm just some lady from Christchurch doing a video.
I don't know what you're talking about, and I'm not involved in that, so sorry. It's just a bit weird. You get some weird people, so
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, I think it just took a while to sort of get used to how people interact on YouTube and like figure it out, and also just figuring out what it is exactly that you want to produce, and like why it is that you're there, and like there's all that sort of pressure of like trying to produce things that other people are gonna enjoy, you know, because there was a time when I was like getting like a lot of views, and it was like more and more pressure to like produce things that got loads of views, and like, and I was like, oh right, and you get sort of sucked into that. And then you're like, well, hang on a minute, I don't even want to be doing this. Why am I doing this just to please other people? You know, so I was just like, no, I don't want to do that anymore. That's not even what I want to do. I'm just doing it because I'm like, other people want me to do it. And it's not even what I want to do. So, yeah, had a few moments of that. And every now and then you have to sort of check yourself and be like, am I doing this because other people want me to do it and expect me to do it? Or am I doing it because that's what I want to do? So it's difficult. It's really difficult to just stay true to like exactly what you want to do and just do it for your own sake, because a lot of the time the videos that I produce are just like documenting my life and stuff, and just like, oh hey, here's me, I'm out and about, and it's just for my own sake because I want to record something so that I can look back and be like, oh, remember that time when that happened, wasn't that fun? You know, and then you're just like, oh, other people aren't interested in that, so why should I upload that? And then you're like, well, you know, that's not really the whole reason of being on YouTube. It's not all about pleasing other people. It's about doing something for yourself and creating a project for yourself.
Because you mentioned two channels, the Annika Garratt channel and then the Sea Priestess channel. Which ones do you see yourself working on in the future? Or?
Right now, it's just like Annika Garratt channel.
Okay.
Right, yeah, like quite recently I was just like, do you know what? I need to stop dividing my attention into all these different areas, because I was thinking to myself, oh, I could do a beauty channel, I could do this channel, I could do that channel, and then I was like, how am I going to have time for all that?
It's a lot of videos, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds fun, and in my head I can visualize it and be like, yeah, that sounds like great fun. I can make all sorts of videos about this, that, and the other. And it's like a lot to commit to. Like when you think to yourself, oh, I could do a series on this topic, you know, and you think, yeah, that would be really interesting and great fun. And then you're like, well, can I actually commit to that? Like, am I actually going to have time to sit down and do that? That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
So I just want to be a bit more casual with things and not put like so much pressure on myself to produce like a series, you know. It's like, you don't have to be like TV.
Right.
It can just be casual, like this is just me documenting my life, and just, yeah. I think a lot of people just go into over like production and want to make it like TV, like an artificial reality, you know. And I don't think that's not really the whole point of YouTube. The more it gets toward being that, the more sort of like commercial it is, and everybody's like, how can I make money out of doing this? And that's not really what it's all about.
Well, I've ran out of things to ask you about.
Let's think about that. Leave a comment below.
Yeah, really. Tell us your thoughts on that. Well, I was just admiring this moon over here. Look at that. It's almost full. And it's red and it's really beautiful.
Is that on the camera?
I don't know. I hope we can get that. It's pretty subtle.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
'Cause if you look through it, You really can't see it. I think it's just too subtle.
Oh, it's just like a speck.
Yeah.
Oh.
But it is beautiful, isn't it? It's really. Oh, I bet you have some really nice sunsets here.
Yeah. The sunset's over there.
Oh.
That's west.
That's west. See, you really have to get oriented here.
So it sets behind the town there.
All right, well, Annika, thank you so much. It was
Welcome.
wonderful. I had to travel halfway around the world to interview you, but it was worth it.